Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who our land is true from. And I like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today I just want to go into a couple articles that I came across that just took place. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. And this is from AP News, and it says 6 dead, 30 hurt in shooting at Chicago area July 4th parade. And it says Highland Park, Illinois, a gunman on a rooftop opened fire on an Independence Day parade in suburban Chicago on Monday, killing at least 6 people, wounding at least 30, and sending hundreds of marchers, parents with strollers, and children on bicycles fleeing in terror, police said. Authorities said a man named as a person of interest in the shooting was taken into custody Monday evening after an hours-long manhunt in and around the Highland Park area, an affluent community of about 30,000 on Chicago's North Shore. The July 4th shooting was just the latest to shatter the rituals of an American life. Schools, churches, grocery stores, and now community parades have all become killing grounds in recent months. This time, the bloodshed came as the nation tried to find cause to celebrate its founding and the bonds that still hold it together. It definitely hits a lot harder when it's not only your hometown, but it's also right in front of you. Resident Ron Tawazin said as he and a friend returned to the parade route Monday evening to retrieve chairs, blankets, and child's bike that had been dislocated that he and his family had abandoned when the shooting began. It's pretty much a shooting that took place in Chicago earlier today. Play this clip. And another shooting that took place is from NBC Philadelphia, and it says officers wounded, masses scatter after shooting near Parkway concert.
Do you think this Valley Forge vacation was your idea? Maybe control. Visit Valley Forge, where kids make the rules.
As teenagers, why is it? Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Down here. And then they don't know we can't hear the shots.
And this is police were responding after 2 officers were shot near the Benjamin Franklin Parkway as thousands of people celebrated a 4th of July concert and fireworks show. One officer sustained a graze wound to the head and the other a gunshot wound to the right shoulder. Philadelphia Police Department Commissioner Danielle Outlaw said both were treated and released from Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. She said a photo supplied to NBC 10 by John McNesby, president of the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge No. 5 Union, showed what he said was a bullet lodged in an officer's cap. Inside the cap was a memorial card for a Philadelphia police chaplain who recently died. It's a miraculous fact that the round stopped in his head, Outlaw said. The officer grazed in the head is a 36-year-old PPD Highway Patrol officer, and the other is a 44-year-old Montgomery County Sheriff's deputy. The commissioner said both were part of the security detail for the festival. She said the gunman was not immediately arrested. It was unclear if the officers were targeted or if they were struck during celebratory gunfire amid 4th of July festival. 4th of July festivities. Outlaw says the good news is that both officers have since been treated and released, and what really could have been a chaotic scene or catastrophic scene wasn't today, she said. The gunfire broke out at around 9:47 p.m. near the Philadelphia Museum of Art on the final day of the Wawa Welcome Home Festival as throngs of people watched a fireworks show following a concert headlined by Jason Derulo on the Parkway. The shots came from the 2500 block of Spring Garden Street, behind where the concert took place. Outlaw said various people could be seen running from the area. Police instructed people surrounding the buildings to take shelter in place. So yes, pretty much, 2 so-called mass shootings took place, one in Chicago and the other in Philadelphia, And pretty much this again is judgment being brought forth by the Lord, So I'm just going to bring out a couple scriptures. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39. And I'm going to start at verse 28. And it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made him. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And yes, regardless if these are false flag attacks or not, pretty much it happened. You know, people were injured, and in the Chicago shooting, 6 people were put to death, you know. It's the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 7, and it says, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent, and where the righteous cut off." And yes, you know, no person on this earth, you know, is pretty much innocent, because, you know, we've all committed transgression, mainly, you know, the nation of Israel, because we have the law, statutes, and commandments, you know. So we're pretty much the only nation on the earth that can sin. But, you know, no person is truly innocent, because, you know, we've all done things, you know, that pretty much had us fall short of the glory of the Lord, you know. So pretty much, you know, anyone that was put to death in various fashions, that was their judgment, you know. There were 6 people that died, that was their judgment, you know, because they weren't innocent. They were either paying for something that they did in this life, if not this life, then the past life, if not both, you know, former lives and this life, you know, because that's pretty much the time that we're coming into, you know, the time of judgment, when the Lord is going to visit the world again for a second time. Sluggy, bear with me. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 2. And it says, "Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." And yes, you know, that's the time that we're coming into. You know, we're still in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, you know, because things are just going to get worse from there, you know. There's going to be more mass shootings. There's going to be, you know, more people being put to death in various fashions during this time that we're coming into, because, again, the Lord is visiting the world, you know. And this time he isn't going to visit the world again by way of a flood, you know, of water. You know, he's going to bring fire. He's going to make it rain down fire from heaven by way of those ICBM missiles, you know, that are going to destroy America, aka Babylon the Great. Because the sins of Babylon have reached up unto heaven, you know. America has to be destroyed because of the wickedness, you know, that is pushing out throughout the world, and, you know, the oppression of the children of Israel. But, you know, pretty much things are just going to get worse, you know. 2 mass shootings in one day. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Akakwadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. To the next time I say Shalom.